Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What is going on, NCK? Death Star Entertain here, and this was bound to happen. It's been almost 5. Wow, holy fudge! It's been almost 5 years since I've created this channel. I have almost 700 videos up. Actually, since the factory will put me at over that number, and this is bound to happen. So, hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. I know I am, and. Alright. Oh, boy. So, I'm not used to talking about my opinion on YouTube. I say that because I've always said my opinion to people in my classes, to my friends, to my family, things like that. This is a medium I've never even considered saying my opinion just because I knew that it would be different from a lot of people, which is good. Different opinions, when talked about civilly, can be helpful for everybody. But I still had a fear about the backlash and the arguments and the comments, stuff like that. I want to nurture a nice community. So I didn't want it to be the reason why that can't happen. However, this is something that I am not okay with. To the point of, I feel like I want to make a constructive criticism video of this particular subject because I feel like it pertains to anybody and everybody who makes videos on YouTube. Whether you are like me, who's never made a cent off of these videos. I've never once monetized a single video, mainly because when I started I was really young. 2012. I never considered it to be something I could turn into a job, and I still don't consider it. I was hoping for that when I was young. I've talked about this before. I came into YouTube with a very naive sense of, hey, I want to be everybody's hero one day. Then again, I was really young, so there's that. But I also realized that this wasn't something I could make money off of because it's not feasible for me. It's just not. This isn't something that I can rely on for I can't think of the word. A job, I guess. I wanted to say something more complicated and more complex, but a job is good enough. So, what am I talking about? In the description below, you will see a link to Susan W. I can't say her last name. Her channel. Who's Susan W? The CEO of YouTube. I'm okay with people in charge talking to the people. Matter of fact, I encourage it. If you are in charge of a community on your YouTube site, even if it's YouTube channel, even if it's like 5,000 subscribers like this, or as big as 1 million, I always encourage, well, I would have always encouraged, if I ever talked about this before, communication. Communication from the person running things to the people that consume the things. Being transparent is beyond imperative to me, which is why I have really started to embrace these vlogs, because I enjoy talking one-on-one with you. The CEO of YouTube would have been great if they had done this, if she had done this before Adpocalypse. With all this stuff going on, with people monetizing their videos and getting it demonetized immediately because of these ridiculous reasons. Even if it's not a ridiculous reason, it's still a bot doing it, which scares me. I have a lot of opinions on that, but that's not what this video is about. She is in charge of a corporation that has thousands upon thousands of people making money with them. And it's been going through one of its roughest times since its creation. And she chooses now to create a channel to talk with the people. That almost feels like, you know when you are going into something new, and whether it be a job or mainly school, and you're forced to socialize and make friends, otherwise you're going to be a social outcast for the rest of your days until you either graduate or leave that workplace. You're never going to forgive yourself for not talking to people, or you're going to regret everybody you ever talked to. It feels like that. Because she had the opportunity to do this for many a time. And with her site crashing on her and the people in charge of it, She now decides that now is a good time for communication. It's like, what? Why? Why? This is forced. And if you make anything pro-YouTube, you know people, and these people are probably going to be right, you know that they're going to say, oh, well, this is biased. Because it's from the person in charge of YouTube. Well, guess flipping what? They're probably going to be right. And it makes no sense to me, because if you had done this prior and kept it going, almost like Franklin D. Roosevelt, how he would do, I forget what he called them, but like I think it was every week or every weekend or every other weekend or every other week or something like that, he would talk to the American people during one of its hardest times. Was it FDR? It must have been FDR, yeah. And he would calm their fears and their nerves, and he would talk to them as people. That would have been fine. But this is something about the site that's being hurt, and it's talked about by a person in charge of the website that a lot of people are mad at. I don't get it. On top of this, on top of the fact she's doing it now, my biggest issue with the video, it's a 3-minute video, is the people in it. There are people from Vine. There are people from, I think there was a Tumblr person. Yes, I did watch, alright, disclosure, I did watch Chris Ray Gunn's video on this. It's how I found out about it, and then I've watched her actual video multiple times, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, she has these people, she has stars, famous stars, in this video, giving her advice on how to make a YouTube video, when she's the leader of YouTube. I don't get it. It's like somebody going up who works for Bill Gates, or no, who doesn't, rather, it's like somebody from, I can't even think of an example. It's like, The Rock. Sure, let's just keep it simple. It's like The Rock telling Bill Gates how to sell an electrical product. Electrical product, sure. It makes no sense. Because they have nothing to do with the scene of YouTube. And yes, you can argue that these people, The Rock, these Viners, these Instagrammers, they haven't been isolated from YouTube per se. They have been in and made YouTube videos. But the CEO is choosing to apply these people into her video, and it could be interpreted as these are the people that, in her eyes, represent the platform. Because they are giving the leader of YouTube advice on how to make a YouTube video. It's not even hypocrisy at this point, it's just confusion. I say this is a constructive criticism video, and I want it to be, because listen, Susan, I'm aware you'll never see this because I'm not a star, or a Viner, or an Instagrammer, or somebody with a bazillion people following them. I'm happy with the 5,000, the non-monetized videos I make on a daily basis. I'm grateful for this stuff, and I'm aware that the stuff that I've made from 2012 all the way up to now, like, until recent, has been unwatchable, essentially. I still want to keep them up because, again, this is a hobby. It's something fun to do, and it allows me to go back in time and watch them. I'm not ashamed of them. But I still know the ins and outs of YouTube, essentially. I know what I'm doing. I know the community good and well enough. I know the people who use this site. And I'm aware of how trends work, and how people react to YouTube drama, and YouTube news, and things like this. I know the key players. I know how they do what they do. I know why my videos are terrible. I mean, in my eyes, they're terrible. That's only because I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, but I hold myself in too high regard, to be honest. But I know why I have terrible videos. Because I don't know how to edit well. I don't have time to learn how to edit well. I've been doing this for 5 years almost now. And that was since I was in 8th grade. Say about that what you will. I know YouTube. I live and breathe it because I love it. No, I don't live and breathe it to the point of Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, or PewDiePie, or Chris Ray-Gun. I mean, not that I think this is his job, but like people like him who do this on the side and may have a side job, or who actually make enough YouTube money off of this to sustain themselves at least. You know what I mean? It's like they know a lot more about this than I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I know more than anybody else, because I don't. But what I am saying is, even as a 5,000 subscriber base college student, I still understand the website seemingly more than the CEO. And if that really is the case, which I pray it's not, I hope I'm just blinded to the fact that she's CEO. She can handle all the business stuff in the world. That's great. Awesome. Woo! Power to her. But she doesn't seem to have a grasp of the community and timing and when to do things and what to do and who to represent on this video, her first video, for the content creators of YouTube that are representing it. If I possibly even know more than her, I can only imagine the wealth of knowledge that people... Ow, I banged my elbow. Holy fudge, that hurt. Son of a gun. Anyways, I can only imagine the wealth of knowledge that bigger YouTubers, especially people like Markiplier and PewDiePie, and, Good Mythical Morning, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name, I'm so sorry. Right and Link, aha! I knew it. Right and Link, and even Epic Rap Battles of History. All these people, imagine what they know compared to the CEO, if in fact I do know more about the community. And I pray I'm wrong. I really hope I'm just overlooking this one important fact that changes everything. But I really don't think I am. And that scares me. So Susan, people of the YouTube business world, please, if you're going to do this, do it in a way that supports and fixes the issues of the community that you have created. Or at the very least, that you took over. Because YouTube is something special to me. It's something that people rely on for a sustainable life, for monetary value. It's something that people rely on for their entertainment. So please don't go and make videos with the people who represent, supposedly. Again, that's me saying that. I'm not saying she's saying that, but it appears as though she's choosing the people who represent the website. Don't use examples like people who just migrated from other websites. Or people, like, Reddit Link is a good choice to give you advice because they know what they're doing. And clearly, the person in charge of the website, you, Susan, do not know. At least you're asking some of the right people what to do, like Reddit Link, because they clearly know what they're doing. But to ask people like The Rock, an actor, and Viners and Instagrammers, how to do YouTube as a CEO. If you're gonna ask anybody, ask actual YouTubers. I know there are other people in the video that are YouTubers. I just wish they were all YouTubers. Because it's beyond frustrating to know that the person in charge of this website needs advice on how to use their own flipping website. It scares me. And if you're going to keep up videos on your channel, please just make videos that, again, encourage growth within the community, that recognize, be transparent, you recognize that there's an issue with the ads, and be as transparent as possible that the adpocalypse is a real thing. Recognize that toxicity can be addressed, but people cannot be censored, and that you will not mix up toxicity with opinions. Things like this. Hard-hitting things that even though, like, that example isn't technically an issue right now, at least not to my knowledge, you should at least address it in a way that supports a community. Because without a community, we got nothing. And I mean we, as in everybody. Myself, Philip DeFranco, Chris Reagan, Filthy Frank, I think he's still a thing. Yeah, he's still a thing. PewDiePie, Sinkin, Armored Skeptic, Secure Team 10, I think they are, Top 5s, like, the infinite list of YouTubers, their communities, and the community itself of YouTube should be encouraged. And that's something that your channel had better do, and I really hope it does. Because if not, if it's just YouTube propaganda, that's not going to be helpful to anybody. It's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt the community. It's going to divide the creators. Or maybe the creators will see through the propaganda. And it'll divide them and their audience between those who support the YouTube propaganda and those who don't. And I'm not saying to not put YouTube in a good light. Because YouTube is a great thing with great things going for it. You should point those out. But don't go doing fake news about YouTube. Okay? Wow, that's like the way, if somebody said something in that tone, I would be really annoyed with that content creator. You know what they say? I don't know what they say. But I apologize for doing that tone. Because that would be something that would annoy me. But you get my point. The propaganda of YouTube does not need to be preached to the choir. Because the choir is going to see right through your preach. That was a terrible analogy. But you get my point. So in closing, Susan, ma'am, madam, boss of other people, please handle your next video and choice with the utmost care. Because I recognize I'm not that great at YouTube. I recognize my videos are not good. I also recognize that my opinion is probably going to be very vastly different from other people's on this topic. And I don't know how this video is going to be received. But I still want to take this chance because it's something I care about. This is more than Gamergate was to me back then. Then again, I was younger, so I didn't really have a whole lot to say about that. This is something that I truly am passionate about. Not that I'm not passionate about, but you get my point. I'm saying I watch this video. Hopefully you get my points. Please don't screw this up. I feel like what you do is going to affect YouTube in a very profound way. And just be careful with this, please. On behalf of myself, the CEO of YouTube, Susan W., I implore you, if you're going to make another YouTube video, make it in a way that encourages community, defeats fake news, and is just a good video in general. And shows that you know what you're doing. Please. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit that like button. Show support, guys, and motivate more videos just like this one. And also, tell me what you think about this. Because although I'm probably not going to get into the realm of politics, because that is a beast that I really do not want to get poking. Tell me what you think about me putting my opinion out there, because I'm nervous about how this is going to be received. I'm even thinking about not uploading this, but I'm going to try to force myself to. But tell me if you guys want to see more of this, because I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things video game related, that's for sure. And if that's something you guys are interested, please let me know. And also, most importantly, tell me what you think about this. I'm going to reply to as many comments as I can. By that I mean all comments, because I doubt this is going to get more than my usual, 30 views. But, God, please tell me what you think about this. if you agree, if you disagree. Tell me why. This is something that's going to affect all of us because you know the news is most likely going to harp on this immediately. And they can say a multitude of things from YouTube community backfires on CEO. Is the public or can the consumer really be trusted? Or things like the headlines that will corrupt this instance and will also glorify her where she might not deserve it. Or maybe they'll side with us. By the way, this is something that should not get news media recognition. And if she does something that is very questionable and the news media starts picking up on it, it'll be just like when they invaded our gaming. It's going to be a lot of people that don't know what's going on or don't know about the community who's going to throw their opinion in the hat and hope for the best and just see you to get the views and clicks. I don't want that to happen. So, tell me what you guys think. This outro. I'm glad. I'm glad. But tell me what you guys think. And yes, so thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Always remember to keep on crusading. Take care, guys. And goodbye.